Welcome to English Grammar and Writing Skills course of EduPorm EdTech. You're watching the video with Manisha Vedi, and the topic for the video is today we are going to talk about idioms. Okay? जिनको हम बोलते हैं मुहावरे in Hindi. So idioms are basically the expressions which are mainly used for expressive writing and comprehension. Okay? जैसे you must have heard around you कि like words, different types of words like जैसे को तैसा और जब चिड़िया चुग गई खेत अब पछताए होत क्या जब चिड़िया चुग गई खेत. Now these kinds, what are all of these? These are muhavre. These are basically used like whenever you are participating in any kind of expressive writing, or if you are like joining in any kind of debate with a crowd or a group of people. Whenever you make use of idioms, it makes your speech or conversation more attractive to the listeners. Okay, and even people take much interest in listening to you. Now you must have heard idioms and phrases used together. Okay, you must have come across through different chapters where they basically talk about idioms and phrases together, like in pairs. But do you know that there is a slight difference between both of them? What is that difference? The difference is, see, the words contained in idioms have different meanings. Okay, the words contained in idioms or the incomplete words have different meanings. Unlike phrases, which means the same, the words in phrases have the similar meanings accordingly. Okay, so this is the basic difference between idioms and phrases. Like if I say to you that bear the brunt of, then if you see this bear the brunt of, it is very much easy to derive or deduce the meaning. Like bear the brunt of means bear the shock of. Okay, but if I am saying a bee in one's bonnet, that means something else. That doesn't mean कि एक मधुमक्खी आके किसी के bonnet में trapped है ऐसा कुछ. No, that doesn't means that. A bee in one's bonnet means to be very much fussy about something, okay, or to have a kind of obsession. To have a kind of obsession, to be obsessed about something. Okay, like if I say that she has a bee in her bonnet about slim physique. Okay, if I say that she has a bee in her bonnet about slim physique, means she is very much obsessed about slim physique, and she keeps on talking about this thing also, and sometimes it's like it is very much irritating to the listeners. So this is how you basically taunt, because basically idioms are used to taunt. You can say it is actually used in a funny manner, okay, or it actually has a very much attractive and a valuable you can say valuable kind of impression whenever idioms are used. Like even you will come across through idioms in like in any kind of debates or conversation and people are talking, or you can also read about idioms in some of the articles in some of the newspapers. Okay, so these are the difference between the idioms and phrases. Now today we are going to learn about some of the idioms and their fascinating meanings. Okay, now let's get started. Okay, the first one is a bad egg. Now what does a bad egg means? Am I referring to a means a kharab anda which cannot be eaten or something? A bad egg means a misbehaved. Okay, a bad egg means a misbehaved or ill person, ill-mannered person. Okay, like let's use it in a sentence. If I am saying that he is a bad egg, you should try to distance yourself. You should try to distance yourself from partying with him. Okay, he's a bad egg means he is a bad fellow, he is a misbehaved or ill-mannered person, and you should try to distance yourself, or you should exempt yourself from parting with him. Parting with him means you should not hang out with him. That is what is being said here. Okay. Bad egg means a person who is misbehaved or ill-mannered one. Okay. Now if I say that a close save, that means a narrow escape. Okay, like if I'm saying that was a close save when a speeding car passed by. Okay, that was a close save when a speeding car passed by, means there has to have, like, an accident could occur there, and that was a slight escape, it was a narrow escape, means हल्के से के लिए बच गए. ठीक है. Now let's talk about some of the more idioms. Like if I'm saying that a man of metal, some of the idioms you can understand, like you can actually reconnect with some of the meanings. A man of metal means determined person. Okay, like if I have to say that he is a man of metal, he is a man of metal, success is all his way. Okay, means he is a determined person, whatever he will be doing, he will be working hard, he will be doing it by heart, and success is all his way. बोलते ना मेहनत से कोई भी काम करो तो सफलता मिलती ही मिलती है. So this is how it works. Okay, so man of metal means you can use this kind of idioms instead of talking about a determined person. It would sound more fascinating, it would sound attractive, and it will add more beauty to your conversation. Okay, now at sea. What does it mean by at sea? At sea means a confused person. Okay, when you are referring towards a confused person. Let's say for example, my sister is quite at sea in physics. She cannot solve a single problem. होता है ना, ऐसे कुछ बच्चों के साथ वो कुछ पर्टिकुलर क्वेश्चंस नहीं समझ पाते, नहीं सॉल्व कर पाते, सिंपली बिकॉज दे गेट कंफ्यूज, दे नॉट नो व्हाट द क्वेश्चन इज बीइंग आस्क्ड, किस टाइप का क्वेश्चन पूछा जा रहा है, कौन सा किस तरह का आंसर, कैसे उन्हें आंसर आउट करना है. Okay, it happens. So instead of using a confused person, you can simply use that my sister is quite at sea in physics, she cannot solve a single problem. Okay. Bad blood. Now what does it mean by bad blood? Bad blood means bitter relations. कहते हैं ना, रिश्तों में कड़वाहट आ गई, ग्लिच आ गई. ठीक है. So the riots have created bad blood between the two communities in India. Okay. Now this is the most common used idioms, that he is a bookworm. Bookworm means a person in the habit of poring over books. A person in the habit of poring over books. घर वालों को सुना होगा कितनी तारीफ करते हैं ऐसे बच्चों की ना, किताबी कीड़ा है वो, तो उसके पास कुछ और करने को है नहीं, जब भी देखो he or she will be like sitting with a book, always reading. Okay, and it happens to impress the parents, and then you get scolded at your own home. So it happens. So bookworm is basically used for the person who is in habit of poring over books. So like if I use a sentence like he has no time, he has no time for watching movies because he is a bookworm. बच्चे के पास जितना टाइम है उसने पूरा किताबों में ही लगा दिया, वो क्या मूवी देखेगा? ठीक है. Now the next one is bolt from the blue. Bolt from the blue. Bolt from the blue means an unexpected shock. Unexpected, or you can also conclude as a sudden shock. Okay, like if I say that the news of her husband's death, the news of her husband's death in the air crash, came to her as a bolt from the blue. Okay, means it came, the news of her husband's death in the air crash came to her as an unexpected shock. Okay, a sudden shock. Now come in handy. Come in handy means to be very much useful. Like if I say that you should pack these things, you should pack these things for trekking, these will come in handy. Okay, you usually do this now, like whenever you are moving or traveling, you put some of the things with you, especially whenever you are going for any kind of trekking or an adventurous trips. What you do is that you pack some of the things which comes in handy, which are like very much useful. You carry the useful items along with you. Okay, so instead of using to be useful, you can use come in handy. So come in handy means to be useful. Let's see some of the other idioms. Okay. Cut one's coat. Cut one's coat according to one's cloth. This is very much similar from the idiom which you use in Hindi की उतना ही पाँव पसारिए जितना चादर होए. ठीक है, तो that means both of them have a similar meaning. Cut one's coat according to the one's cloth. Okay, that means that to live within one means. Okay, to live within one means it is something that जितना आप earn करते हो तो spend करो, उससे ज़्यादा नहीं. Okay. Now, of course, we would love a mansion, but one should cut one's coat according to one's cloth. Okay, of course we would love a mansion, but one should cut one's coat according to one's cloth. That means कि हमें अगर कोई बंगलो या ऐसा कोई बड़ी सी हवेली अगर मिल जाए तब तो बहुत ही बढ़िया है, किसका मन नहीं करता टू हैव ऑल दिस सोफिस्टिकेटेड थिंग्स, बट वन शुड कट मीन्स लोग को उतना ही करना चाहिए जितना वो अफोर्ड कर सके, राइट? सो वन शुड कट वंस कोट अकॉर्डिंग टू दी वंस क्लोथ. ओके, द नेक्स्ट वन इज cry for the moon. Cry for the moon. What does it means? Cry for the moon means to wish for something, to wish for something impossible. To wish for something impossible. Let's say for example, if I have to say that do not cry for the moon, do not cry for the moon, there is no such thing, there is no such thing like luck. One needs a lot of hard work, one needs a lot of hard work and determination to crack UPSC. Okay, so do not cry for the moon means to do not wish for something impossible without doing the work. Do the work. There is no such thing like luck. Luck doesn't exist. Okay, luck is something, luck can only help you if you are doing the work. Okay, that is like the rarest, like less than 1% thing. Okay, so do not cry for the moon, do not wish for something impossible, like मेहनत किया ही नहीं और फिर भगवान से बना रहे हैं, नाग देवता पे दूध चढ़ा रहे हैं, भगवान को पूरा जाप करवा रहे हैं, ऐसा नहीं होगा. मीन्स यू नीड टू डू अ लॉट ऑफ हार्ड वर्क एंड यू नीड अ लॉट ऑफ डिटर्मिनेशन टू क्रैक UPSC. ओके, यू कैन नॉट विश फॉर समथिंग, you cannot just wish for something impossible. So instead of that thing you can say cry for the moon. And how can you remember this kind of idioms? Cry for the moon, you see that moon is very much far. Okay, you can only see the moon and you will see the moon is very much far from you and you're crying for the moon, means you are asking for something which is not even yours and it is just impossible to ask about it, but again you are crying over for it. So cry for the moon means to wish for something impossible. This is how you can relate some of the meanings to remember relating the idioms. Okay, so these are some of the examples of different idioms with their meanings and how to use and how to incorporate them in any kind of sentences like examples. Okay,